I think there are three positions in the restaurant industry. They're the cooks, the server/host, and the managers. The cook's job is to sell the food. The host/server's job is to sell the experience, while the manager's job is to make sure everything runs smoothly. Yahoo everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Super Genki, and I realized something today when I was training a new host at my restaurant. The cook's job is to sell the food. The host's job is to sell the experience, and the server's job as well. And then the manager's job is to make sure everything runs smoothly. But how you sell that experience determines whether people come back or not. Because, people may remember what the food tasted like, but come on, people eat a lot of food. There's a lot of tastes out there. I think people more or less remember the experience they had at the restaurant. And I want to help you all get a better experience to your customers. So when I was training this new guy today, I asked him, "Do you like Japan?" And he told me, he said, "Yeah, I always wanted to go. It's like really expensive." And I was like, "No, but do you like Japan? Like, do you watch anime or anything?" It's like, "Yeah, I wouldn't really say Naruto because it's kind of really popular, but I like Attack on Titan." And I'm like, "Well, you see there, you like anime, you like Japan. You're working at a Japanese restaurant, right? So there's a thread of commonality there." And I think as hosts or as servers or anywhere in the restaurant industry, you may tend to see your work as a job. And I don't think the best way to give customers an experience is to see that the work you're doing as a job. I think to look at the work you're doing and see it as something that you care about, something that you have a thread of commonality with, something that you want to tell people about, is a better way to provide a more wholesome experience to your customers. And that's the whole goal as a server or a host, to provide a wholesome experience for your customers. It's also how you make more tips, more money, better experiences, you're improving, and better opportunities for leveling up your job position. Now, I was talking to this new host all day long about this concept that it's about selling the experience, You have to really want to put your passion out there, because the way you interact with customers is really the way that they're going to remember that experience. And a host's job is to receive the customers, to get them ready for the experience. And you could do it really blandly, but that's the expectation that people have when walking into the restaurant. A bland, "Hello, how are you? Please follow me this way to your table." They're not expecting something that's going to blow them out the water, something that's going to be like, "Wow, that guy had great energy. Wow, I remember that guy. Wow, I want to buy these drinks because I sell drinks like a madman at my restaurant." And that's, in my opinion, the best way to interact with people in the host position. Now, I've been a host for about a month at a Japanese restaurant, and I have a strong thread of commonality with Japan because I've lived there before, and I expound the desire to want to go back, and I talk about it with praise, and it's in my heart. But even if you haven't lived there, even if you just know a little something about Japan, if you know a little something about the place you're working at, use that to your advantage. Make it into something that's important to you. Don't look at it as something that you have to do. Look at it more as something that you get to do. Because it's that shift in mindset, I believe, that will show your customers that you're actually excited to be there. And their perception is everything. Their perception is everything. This is not just limited solely to the restaurant industry. I think that all jobs that you might work at have the same kind of structure. If you can find a thread of commonality in the job that you work at, you can make it more enjoyable. You can make it more personable. And when the experience is more personable to you, you can share it more genuinely and authentically. And that's how you level up your ability to help people. And what else would jobs be for if not helping people? Your job matters, my job matters. If we look at it in this framework, in this frame of mind, our jobs can matter. Even if we're just giving people food, we're giving people experiences, we're leaving impacts on people's lives. This is really grand, it's really up in the clouds, but I think the best way to ensure that you're happy in your workplace is to always be up in the clouds and always be aiming to improve yourself. Pay your dues in time. Looking at success not in the immediate, but in the far off. I mean, that's just how I see it, because I've been traveling for such a long time that now I'm finally back here and Top Golf. Ooh, talk about being in the salt mines. If anything, that job has really made me appreciate my job as a host a lot more, and I'm really thankful for these opportunities to get to work in a Japanese restaurant after having lived in Japan and having so many experience over there. It's awesome. And if you're looking for a job, don't be afraid to look for something that has a thread of commonality, because I knew in Spain I wanted to be a server at a restaurant, right? I never expected to be a host. But my parents found a Japanese restaurant that's near our house, and they talked to the manager, and that's how I got the opportunity to apply to this job. I mean, they introduced me, but I got the opportunity, but they introduced me. And I never would have expected to want to apply to a Japanese restaurant unless they had brought that opportunity to me. So when you're thinking about getting a job, if you don't have a job right now, if you want to get back to work, think about a place that has a common thread of what was the word I used to? A common thread of interest. I forgot the word that I just used. But you get what I mean. Look for something that has a common thread of interest so that you can put yourself into your job. And it's not just something you have to do to pay the bills. It's something that you want to do because it's going to help you expound your passion and your desire to get better at something. All right? Everyone, that's the video for today. I'm Super Genki and I'm sticking to it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.